Morning. Have you ever done something out of pure goodness out of your heart, just to be happy inside, but then it turned out to have a negative effect? This is what comes to mind when I read the Chinese proverb: "Do not use a hatchet to remove a fly from your friend's forehead." So, to illustrate this, my point, I'm going to be providing several examples from my life. My first example just happened fairly recently. You know, it was a good day. I had some money, got off of school early, and I knew that my siblings were at home, so I decided on my way home to pick up, $5 pizza, Little Caesars. Good deal. When I got home, we had all, got to eating and pretty satisfied. But that night, it turns out the pizza was bad. We all had stomach aches. I had to run to the store to pick up Pepto-Bismol, But who would have known? My next example was when I tried to stand up for my friend. He was getting picked on a lot, but to the average person, it would seem like it's just in all good fun. But I finally said, all right, it's enough. But when I said that, he snapped back at me. He said, "Stop it! I don't need you to be protecting me. I'm a big boy. I can, hold my own." And the last example I'm going to provide is it happened when me and my sister were, because she's older, 6 years older, 27, but she's this high, this tall. So again, she was trying to reach something on the top shelf at the store. She's like, "Can you get this?" I made fun of her for it, but I got it. And when in doing so, several items off the top of the shelf started to fall, and they weren't like plastic. They were glass jars filled with spaghetti sauce. And as they hit the floor, they broke and splattered everywhere. And what happened was we ended up having to pay for everything that broke. And it was my fault, apparently. When I got home, I got blamed for it. My dad was like, "You should have been more careful." And my only reply was, "I was just helping Amy, my sister." So in conclusion, I'd like to say that when you're helping out somebody, just don't expect it to go as smoothly as planned every time. Be careful.
Badass. You made a shirt, man.
I like yours.
Good shirt. You sound like badass.
You've never heard of badassery?
You and Mr. Kirk.
Yeah, we're badasseries.
You do, but when you make Mr. Kirk's shirt, you gotta put SC on the back.
You're just a chingona.
Alright. I could live with that.
Hey, what's the game, Mr. Kirk?
Yeah,
Just call me Thug Nasty.
I was there.
Y'all was performing real good.
Yeah, it could have ended better.
Yeah? I thought it was.
It was a good game, though.
Yeah. I like the game. I don't like blowouts.
You know, it's just fun.
LSU Alabama Sunday. Just saying.
Huh?
LSU Alabama Sunday.
This out there?
Yeah.
No, like some Maui Wowie.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, let's not go there.
You know what
All right, Carl. I like the rhetorical question is okay. You had good transition to the point you were trying to make. It sounded like you were going to have a preview, but it ended up that you didn't have one. But there is a structure in the speech. You've got some pretty good examples that you talk about. Your voice needs to project a little bit more. I think there's pretty good variety in it, but you need a little more energy. And part of that is also the pacing. It just feels slow sometimes and very hesitant as you're going through it. Sometimes you have some nice gestures, like the descriptive gesture when you're talking about Amy's height. Other times you've got your arms locked behind your back and you look like you're just uncomfortable standing there. Your facial expressions are pretty animated. The same thing with the body movement. Seems like you are trying to disengage and stay held back a little bit. Part of that's the arms behind the back. Part of that's the way you're kind of leaning to the side at times. I really liked the exit. I thought that you had a good, excuse me, a good summary of the point that you were trying to make, and that even though the content's not always as well developed as it might be and as interesting as it could be, I thought you did a good job with it, but you really made a point with the speech, and I like that, and I think that's a good finishing point. It adds a lot of strength to the presentation. And the comment that you're supposed to make to your father at that point is, you know, when he says you should be careful, you should say Amy should be taller. Oh. All right, there you go.